video number 68, and I am Alex Hedman, and I am going to be talking about my day. Alright, so today was, for, all things considered, normal. I don't know why I say all things considered. It was a pretty normal day. But I do have a bit to talk about, so let's get into it, right? So, woke up. I felt extremely tired. I went to bed at 12 yesterday. Probably going to go about at 12 today. I was so confused why I felt so tired. Who knows? So I woke up, ate some breakfast. I did not get to finish my second waffle, though, which is very sad. And the waffles are, like, this big, so I was sad. I didn't get to finish it. I was low-key, like, running on 50% power for eating. But, yeah, so I ate most of my food, because I ate the bacon and 2 eggs. Or it wasn't bacon. I ate the ham and 2 eggs, and then I ate the, 1.5 waffles. Then I walked to the stop, got there, talked to Andrew for a bit, gave him the phone. He watched Breaking Bad. I slept. I was out. I woke up. We were at the school. Walked in. We didn't really do anything. I mean, I just kind of chilled with everyone. It's kind of just chilled with everyone. I made my way to chemistry. Chemistry was actually pretty interesting because we had a mini lab today, even though it wasn't a lab day. And essentially what we had to do is we had to get the fastest reaction time. We had to get the fastest reaction using the materials at our disposal. And the fastest reaction time would get like 1 point of extra credit. Now, I didn't really have my not friend group. I didn't really have a friend circle. Yeah, friend circle in chemistry. And an AP Chem, right, in the class. So I didn't, usually I just wait until everyone gets their group and whatever. But then, because, me and Lokesh, we've been grinding a little bit closer, right? Because we talk more during the labs and stuff. Yeah, when she said that, I looked at Lokesh. Lokesh was looking at me, and I'm like, yeah, let's do it. And so, now I have my go-to lab group, which is like when we do group things, which is me, Lokesh, and Sharath. So that's awesome, right? That's awesome. So, yeah, we did our reaction. We started brainstorming. We actually got a really good reaction time. We got 4.62 seconds. Or no, 4.46 seconds. I was like, what? That's insane. Because Miss Frost was timing it. We like developed such a good plan. We got a bigger pill so that it would stir more. We used the hot plate. We used the magnetic stir. We used we used almost boiling water. And we were so efficient. And then the other group did it. And they got 4.06 seconds. 0.4 away, okay? There should have been a plus or minus error. Because at that point, it's just human, time, bro. Not that close, but still, we're also upset because we almost got the extra credit. Actually, I think it was 4.26 seconds, and they got 4.06 seconds. You can't be serious. I was upset. We did celebrate a little bit too early. We celebrated because we were so happy, but I guess whatever, right? But I think our way was effective. We tried to convince her for top 3 to get the extra credit point because, bro, we were the same time essentially. But then we moved on. Apparently the lab that I spent all the night yesterday doing was due tomorrow, so that sucks. But at least I didn't have to do it today. I decided to then I went to comp sci to help TA. And I realized I was going to do my assignment when I was in comp sci, but I realized that none of my progress saved on the file. And I was like, oh, damn, that sucks. Well, at least I have the progress check. Thank God for the progress checks, right? The progress check was empty. I was like, oh my God, are we serious? So, and the Wi-Fi was so buns. So I was like, you know what? I am not going to be able to do this right now. So I'm just going to do it another time. And that another time is probably going to be in class or probably during lunch and during, do I have history? Yeah, during lunch and during history, I'm probably going to code that because, bro, I need that A in that comp sci, bro. Whatever. So, yeah, I'm going to do that in history, lunch, and comp sci. I'm probably going to get an extension if I'm working hard, but whatever. Who knows, right? So instead, I just played Minecraft. I played Minecraft on the server, which wasn't too laggy, actually. It was fun, though. I built a farm. I built with cows, and I built, a wheat farm with, fences. I built a good wall foundation around our house, and yeah, I found a mini cave. It wasn't that big, but then I found a bigger cave, and so I'm gonna explore that later. It was fun. It was low key, really fun. I'm not even gonna lie, like playing. Let's just playing on the server, because it's not like a big multiplayer server. It's like 4 people. So when I do need to like play, it's not like, oh my god, I gotta worry about this. I gotta worry about that. It's just 4 people. That's it. It's just us 4. So it's nice. Yeah, Aditya wants to add more people, and I'm like, bro, no, it's meant to be for a small server. Originally, it was gonna be me and me, Shravan, Yogi, because we're in a GC that started when we added only gifts. We were like, it was a gift GC, but then we just like it evolved into just 3-way GC, and then we're like, nah, let's add Aditya, because Aditya plays, Aditya's chill, and like yeah, just 4 people, and we're all really close, so 4 of us in a server, that's fine. But then, we added, it wasn't 4 people, that's 5 people. We added Dev, Aditya wanted to add Dev, he asked in front, and I know Dev plays the SMPs, and originally I was like, hey, we should add Dev. And Trevor was like, we this server, like, that's how it starts, right? We add Dev, then we add, but then, oh wait, we should add Anirudh, oh wait, we should add Anj, oh wait, and then it evolves to, oh, it's just MCC wannabes. But then that evolves into, oh, can I invite my friend to come and play? And then it evolves into a server. It's supposed to be a small 5 to 4 player SMP. That's it. Okay, it's not meant to be this big thing, because the more people we add, the more people we don't trust, and the more people that we need to monitor. With these 4 people, I know for a fact that we aren't going to steal or like wreck each other's builds. Like if someone steals something, me and Trevon live together in the same house, so that's fine. So there are 3 people, and it's not going to be hard to track down or anything, right? So that's whatever. We have to do transfer the file to Shravan, and we're probably going to play a little bit this weekend, not a lot, because I do have to do some work. I have the PTF this weekend. I think I'm ready for the P. Okay, if I took it right now, 20% I do well, like on the Mozart part. But I think with my more practicing, I'll be good for Saturday. Yeah. What do you call it? Yeah, and then after that, I went to history. I did help in ATCS though, because we were doing more array list work. So not array list, 2D array work. So even though I did play games, I did help a lot. I did help people. It wasn't like I was just being an entire bum. So then I did help a lot of people. I was walking around, whatever, just surveilling. Not many people needed my help. It was more guidance and explanations, but it was fine. Then I went to history. We watched a video documentary series. I played games and listened to the documentary. Very interesting, by the way. This is like, I like the civil rights, but I don't like the technical stuff. I like the civil rights movement when it's portrayed as like this struggle, not so much as in, oh my god, guys, it's like, oh, I don't want to, let me put it this way, I'm interested in it, but I don't want to have to memorize, oh, NAACP, WED boys, oh my god, they led this, they led that. No, I just want to like know the overall struggle, not like specific parts of it. But yeah, I do know specific parts, and just not, I don't want to go more into depth of what I already know. So yeah. And then I went to lunch. I ate my lunch in history. I went to there. Shravan departed to go to FRC during lunch. I talked to I asked Yogi if he was gonna go. Yogi was like, "Nah, I'm probably not gonna go." But then Shravan was like, "Oh yeah, coding's doing stuff today, so you should come." He's like, "Oh yeah, I'll come when I'm done eating." Once Yogi left, I left to go to Media Center because I intended to study AP Chem. When I went there were actually Anj, Afraz, Fauzia, like another guy I don't know, Muhammad, not Koval was there, Muhammad was there, and I was like, oh, this is interesting. And like, yeah, I sat down with them, we talked about chemistry. Then then Koval came, and he was like, oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah, it's funny, if the hall monitor likes you, they let you sign in, even though there are not that many spots left. Because there weren't any spots left, and I asked, is there room? And she's like, yes, you can sign in. And then it was funny, like another guy after me said, she was like, no. Then Koval came in, she was like, yes. So it's very selective when they aren't, when there aren't like spots. But that's fine, right? I mean, I'm pretty chill with the hall monitors, like Some of them are more strict, but it depends. I'm just being charismatic. I'm not that charismatic, but yeah. I wasn't really productive there though, but I did talk about entropy and stuff. I did tell Froz one of the things that was on the test. Um yeah, and it's funny. Yogi was talking about like how he wants to become lead next year and how he knows all the stuff, but that people in programming don't actually code. They just ask the lead questions and like learn from there. They don't actually code anything, which is like sucks. But I get it, right? If you have two leads, you don't need a bunch of people to. Okay, coding is probably one of the hardest things to do collaboratively because everyone has their own coding style. Everyone does. Like if you get three AIs, obviously they'll all code the same because they code the most efficiently in like portions. But everyone has their own coding style. Everyone has their own variables. Everyone has their own stuff. When it comes to collaboratively, the only way you can do it is if you code your own classes and then combine them at the end, or you code your own methods and combine them at the end. Now, but to do methods, you need, and you have, let's say, it's not just static methods, it's instance variables, or static, global variables, static. You would need to plan and like, okay, what variables are we going to use? What are we going to do? Because at that point, right, it's like, it's hard. It's hard to code collaboratively. So I get it. I get why. But if they code different parts, then yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, that right. That was during lunch. After that, we went to health class. We actually learned how to, put like a little. It was like a start with a T. You put it around your leg above the 3 inches above the wound to stop the bleeding. It's pretty interesting. I played a little bit of BRM5 during that, really mainly just to monitor my HQ. And I realized I wasn't getting any equipment, and I was so confused why. And then I realized I had max storage, and I was like, oh my god, all the storage is filled. So I sold some stuff. I'm pretty sure I have storage now, so that's fine. I was training my logistics guys so they could get like S plus or stuff. But I realized that they weren't going higher, and I'm like, why aren't they going higher? Shouldn't they become S plus by now? Apparently, they can only go up to a max of A plus, which is so stupid. I mean, I feel like you should, but when you upgrade your training facility, the max should rise, right? Because what's the when you get to a high enough level in command, most people are S plus. Okay, most people are S plus. So it like training is not even worth it unless you have like a ton of employees. Which, okay, now that I think about it, that's pretty true. Once you get to a high enough level, A plus will be your new lowest. But but for early game, I guess it just sucks, which is fine. Then after that, I I went to Jamal's class. We just had a review day, and I didn't know this, but apparently there's gonna be a walkout. And Mr. Bazio actually said this. There's gonna be a walkout tomorrow at last block, to protest something. Okay, I don't know. It's just early dismissal. If it was during LA class, I'd be like, oh, bet. But guess what? It's during math. Hell no. I'm not leaving. Anyone who leaves math for that is a bum, okay? I don't even care. They're a bum. Same thing for AP Chem. If it was during AP Chem, bums, okay? Like, I don't even know what we're protesting. This school is so liberal. Like, what could you possibly be protesting? Unless it's all the chuds, like, protesting DEI Day being a thing. Like, I have no idea. I'd protest DEI Day being a thing, too, because it sucks. But I don't know what we're protesting. I genuinely don't know. It was supposed to. It's like the walkout on ice thing. It was supposed to be a while ago, but now they're doing it now. Apparently, there's gonna be police protection. There's gonna be like all this stuff. This is like the definition of a useless protest. Okay, if you want to protest, go protest like a federal building, right? Or like against ICE. Why in the world are you protesting a public school who hates ICE? Like we as a school, I have no doubt hates ICE. Why are we doing that? Like, that's like protesting. Alright, let me think of a perfect example. That's like protesting ice cream shops for no, that's like still not even a good thing. Okay. That's like protesting a dairy farm for the cruelty of how cows are killed. Think about that, okay? A dairy farm has no correlation to the thing, and let's say the dairy farm even disproves of like cows being killed, and any male cow is actually put in a breeding chamber and they live on a pasture, and you're like protesting that farm because of cow cruelty that's not even they support. It's so stupid. Like, look, I don't know who's organizing this. Like, if you really wanted to, you would have worked with the school to get on buses to be driven to like a federal building, like near here. Honestly, you would have organized to get buses from the school, like as a kind of like a field trip. Like there's no attendance though. There are teachers supervising. They drive them to the federal building, and you protest. That is what you would do if you wanted an effective protest. Everyone's just using this as an excuse for early dismissal because you just get to leave. Oh guys, I need to grab something. I'll be right back for the protest. Guarantee you, so many people, like hundreds of students, are going to walk out, and only a fraction of them are going to protest. Again, what are they protesting? Okay, like, what? Like, honestly, what? Like, if one of the employees was like dragged out by ICE, yeah, like that would be a reasonable protest. They should have like stopped them. Why'd they just let the cops in, like, or ICE in? They don't even, if they didn't even have a warrant. But I don't know. Maybe I'm stupid. Maybe I don't see the bigger picture, but I don't see it. Yeah, that we learned that during history. Then during Piggies, we walked. We went to math. Math was just a review day. I felt like the main character. I put my headphones on. I did my homework in math class. Then I started doing work on the boards. I understood a lot of stuff now. I learned some interesting stuff about it too. We didn't talk about phase shifts in terms of the rectangular graphical sense during class, or in class at all. But me and Andrews, after school, he called me and we started discussing it, and we discussed how we do it. And how we do it essentially is we'd start at one of the max or mins, then from there, it's really just easy to start from zero. Yeah, we start from one of the max or mins, and then we'd add a translation, and yeah, we essentially just figured out a way to do it, which was epic. Okay, absolutely cool. And we're gonna talk to Mr. Jamal about it tomorrow. I even sent him a funny message saying, "Amber Alert! Two students, Andrew and Alex, have developed a plan to go to Mr. Jamal's room. Lock your doors." Like, it's like as a funny thing, but yeah. And then after that, we went to Mason. I made an outline. Outline was pretty solid for the discussion or something. We're writing the paragraph on Tuesday, and I did that. It was pretty good, pretty decent. I finished 20 minutes early, so I just played games, trolled Andrew. And apparently it was funny. Anushka was like, told me it was her birthday on March 20th. I'm like, yo, that's what my birthday is. And I showed her like on Genesis too. I was like, we're like twins, bro. Absolutely fire. And it was fun. It was like absolute twin moment though. It was so cool. And so yeah, she's asked me if she wants me to come to her birthday on Friday, and it's actually on March 20th, which is pretty cool. I was like, oh, should I? Because I did have to study chem, but I'm like, we have off on Friday. I can spend 3 hours of my day, like going to a birthday party, and so I am. Oh wait, I have to get a gift card. Oh, I gotta get a gift card. Loki, gotta remember that, cause I don't know what you would like. I have no idea. I mean, gift card is universal gift, right? I guess. I'm trying to think. What can I even get? Yeah, honestly, I don't really know anything that I could get her that is actually like useful. God, if only Toys R Us still existed. But yeah, I'm just gonna do that. Yeah, gonna be fun 4 hours. I know Andrew's going. Nick is going. A couple other people. A lot of girls that I don't know. Yeah, it's just a bunch of people are going, and it's gonna be fun. So, I mean, am I gonna have a birthday party? It's probably gonna be airsoft, and I'm probably gonna invite like 7 people, but instead of a big thing. But yeah, who knows? I have a list of who I would invite if it was a birthday party. But if I invite everyone that I know, it's gonna be a lot too big. I'm probably just gonna invite 7 to 10 people. Yeah. Yeah, it's so hard inviting people, but whatever. Yeah. So then that was during LA. Then after that went to the bus. Andrew went to FLL. Apparently he left his Chromebook at FLL, which is buns, but whatever. Then I went home. I practiced piano, ate stuff, went downstairs. I crashed. Okay, I fell asleep, and then I went upstairs. I took a shower, went back downstairs, practiced more piano, and then I did work. And actually, yeah, I did work and stuff. And what do you call it? Yeah, then I did work, did math work with Andrew. We developed a good way to do the phase shift because at first he called and we were just like developing a plan of how we do it. Because his way, when starting at a max or min, it makes sense, but it's not foolproof. You just add like three. It's like you what do you call it? You just his way was think about it logically. What can you plug in here to get this result? And I was like, that's effective, but only in certain scenarios. And so we develop a plan like, oh yeah, if you set the thing equal to the range, so like if the max, if you want to get it in the first quadrant, and you're going clockwise, yeah, clockwise, and the max is -3 or -3. Wait, no, 0, comma -3, and the max x value is like -3, 0 or something. Sorry, 0, 3, 2, 0. Then you can just like plug in for y the 3. You can plug in for x the 2, and you can see where the max and mins are. But essentially, I was like, yeah, but what if it's that's logically like you just plugging stuff in, but then then we developed set it equal to, but then we said, wait a minute, what about like if you don't start, and essentially we were like, oh yeah, but just do the polar way. And I'm like, that only works for circles, and we're like, oh yeah. So then we developed, we spent 45 minutes trying to figure it out. We did. Awesome. Now we know. We're going to talk to Mr. Jamal about it. If we get him to put it on the test, it's going to make it harder. But if we know what's going to be on the test, it's going to be easier. So, or plant the seeds, deception. Then I did chemistry work. I'm almost done with chapter 3. I think I am done with chapter 3, actually. Next is gases, which I'm going to study. Chapter 3 is pretty short. It's just empirical formula stuff, and I wrote that down. Mass spectrometer, empirical formula. Then I'm doing gases, so that was fine. Yeah, and that was pretty much it. And then I said, oh, gotta do my daily update video. Came downstairs, did it. And trying to think, is there anything else? Yeah, you have the ice walkout tomorrow. PTF is on Saturday. All that, John. And yeah, honestly, that's pretty much it. I should have gotten a cookie during lunch because I was hungry. I'm actually hungry now. I'm probably gonna eat before I go to bed, like a little snack. And yeah, that's my 68th daily update video. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Hopefully, it's funny. I wonder what my final daily update video is gonna be, right? Because if every year is 365 days, multiply that by at least 10. That's 3,650. And then you multiply that by 40, it's gonna be what? What's it gonna be? It's gonna be in the tens of thousands. Tens of thousands. No. That'd be 30,000. I'm trying to think. Well, hold up. 3,000 will be 10 years. 36,000 would be 100 years. 36,000 divided by 2 is we're gonna get to the 10,000s place. Yeah, I wonder what my final one would be though. Because imagine looking back on that over 10,000 videos just every day, just my life. Who knows? I'm definitely gonna try to do something for daily update video number 365. Yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. As I said before, I gotta pack up my stuff. I'm probably going to go to bed around 12. I'm hoping that this video wasn't too long. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.